proceed.
I have a question about following your joy and bliss compared to karmic debt. When you incarnate and you have karmic debt in this society, a lot of people say that negative things happen because of karma, but what has that got in relation to following your bliss?
Thank you. The answer is that karma is completely self-imposed. It is not something that happens outside. It is simply the recognition of balance. That's all it is. And when you talk about such a thing or define such a thing as a so-called karmic debt, all you're saying is that you chose to come into this life with a certain theme of exploration, and that's it. And that you will explore that theme to create knowledge, expansion, and balance within yourself. It is not coming from something that you did some other place, some other time, because remember, all lives exist now. Everything exists now. There is only now. Look around. Ask yourself, what time is it? Now. Always. It will never be, oh, it's the past. Oh, wait a minute, it's the future. No, it's always now. That means every other life is actually coexisting simultaneously with this one. So if you make a cross connection to another life, to an experience in another life, you're making that connection from this one now in order to download information or cross-connect experiences to serve you in the theme you chose to explore in this life, while at the same time all the other lives are doing the same with you, pulling from you and gaining experience from you that they need to apply in the themes they chose to explore in those lives. So karmic debt is really nothing more than the recognition that when you choose a particular life, you are crystallizing a certain set of ideas that represent your theme of exploration. So it may seem in a sense to be somewhat predestined, but it is very loose as a destiny. It is likened to the idea of saying, you will travel down this hallway. That hallway represents that theme, that life. But how you travel down that hallway is up to you. You are not in any way, shape, or form locked into a certain expression in that hallway, except to travel down that hallway. And that's it. If you want to walk, if you want to run, if you want to meander, if you want to walk upside down, you want to open every door or just go straight to the end, that's up to your free will in combination with the destiny of the hallway you chose in this physical reality. And in combination, those things have been referred to as karmic debt. But karma is completely self-imposed, and the whole idea really is that once you realize karma is completely self-imposed, there is no more karmic debt. Does that make sense? You are then free, truly free to understand, to choose what you prefer. So the so-called karmic debt is simply a recognition that there may have been times when you chose things that are out of integrity, chose things that are out of alignment with your true self, and now you are choosing some way, shape, or form to balance that act. But karmic debt has a very strong definitional implication in your society that makes it sound like something that is very difficult to change. And all it is the recognition that you have the freedom to choose, and to choose what you prefer, and to be who you really are. And once you choose that, then karma evaporates as a concept. It only just becomes the idea then of reflection and choice and balance. And from that point forward, you only choose what you prefer, while validating all other choices at the same time. You must validate what you don't prefer in order to be capable of choosing what you do prefer, because everything has to be equal. You cannot give more energy and more charge to the things you don't prefer, because otherwise you're actually choosing them. So the idea is that when all choices, negative and positive, are valid, are equal, are beautiful as choices, then you can choose what you prefer without invalidating what you don't. And sometimes you even use the idea of what you don't prefer to more clearly illustrate what you do. So you can bless the idea of the things you don't prefer, because they teach you more and more. By teaching you who you are not, they teach you who you are. Make sense? Does this answer your question? Yes, yes, yes? All right, thank you.
Blessings, Bashar.
And to you, good day.
Yes, my name is Michaela. I have
all right, if you insist.
Thank you for coming and sharing with us today.
Yes, speak up and be bold so that all may hear you.
My throat is a little bit torn today, but
oh, all right.
I have a question about language.
Language.
Yes, language, language.
Yes.
I'm noticing around the linguistic relativity principle talks about the way we think about the world is directly related to the way that we talk about it.
Absolutely.
And the way we communicate.
Yes.
Can you talk more about how important language is in creating reality?
It can be very important, especially because it is very revealing of your inner unconscious definitions very often, and can point you squarely to the definitions that require change. Again, the idea is that you are very fortunate in a variety of languages to have so many different kinds of expressions that point out very clearly what it is you really are all about and what you prefer. The symbology is very, very distinct. As we said in the beginning when we began speaking through the channel, this is all about remembering who you are. The idea literally thus tells you, by using the word in that way, that what you have done for thousands of years is you have dissociated yourself, fragmented yourself. Thus then, by recollecting, by recollecting all the fragments, you become whole. So the idea is to pay attention to what comes out of your mouth as an indicator of what you truly believe. Because very often we will hear many of you using words that are very, very clearly pointing out why you may be having certain difficulties, because they are revealing to you how you think, and how you think is based on what you believe. So your thoughts, your words, your behaviors, your emotions are all secondary level phenomenology to what you define or what you believe to be true. You cannot have, here's the important point, you cannot have an emotion. You cannot have a feeling. You cannot have a thought. You cannot have a behavior without first having a definition. Because when you don't have a definition for something, you don't know how to feel about it. You don't have a thought about it. You don't know what to think. But as soon as you define it, then all the feelings, all the thoughts, all the behaviors come out. So your words, your behaviors, your feelings are very good indicators that you can use to track back and find out, if I think this way, if I say these words, if I feel like this, what would I have to believe is true in order for that to come out of my mouth, in order for that to be my behavior, in order for me to feel the way I do? What would I have to believe is true? Does that make sense?
Yes.
Does that help?
Yes, it does.
Thank you.
I'm also actually really curious about psychic telepathy.
Yes, but remember, before you continue, here's another perfect example of how to allow your language to reveal what is actually happening. Because telepathy, as you have coined it in your language, is not an accurately precise definition. Telepathy is telempathy. Telepathy is emotionally activated, not mentally activated. People who are in love often know exactly what each other is thinking, don't they?
Yes.
So what is telepathy? Telepathy is not reading each other's minds. It's not even reading each other's hearts. It's being on the same wavelength and having the same feelings and the same thoughts at the same time. It is simultaneity. That's what telepathy is. Simultaneity. If you're on the same wavelength as someone else, you will automatically know exactly what they're thinking and exactly what they're feeling, because those are your thoughts and feelings too. So you're not actually pulling it from someone's mind. You're simply walking a similar path, swimming together, flying on the same level. And that's why people who are in love very often exhibit telepathy all the time. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Does that answer the question?
Yes, I just want to make sure I have one more key in the alchemy of how to activate this in us.
One moment.
Yes.
One moment. Bon voyage. Wish them bon voyage.
Bon voyage.
All right, continue.
So I've noticed in a trinity that in order for us to have love and happiness, we need all truthiness. Can you talk about truth dissipation and living all truthy?
We have been talking about living, as you say, all truthy. The idea is to be true to who you are. by acting on your highest joy with integrity without expectation. That's all it takes to be in alignment with your true self. That's all we have been talking about is true self. Make sense?
Yes.
Does that help?
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
Blessings.
And to you as well.
Bashar, brother. God bless you.
All right, good day to you as well.
Yeah, so just wanted to get this straight. So all the transformation of consciousness, Mayan calendar, rainforest, oceans, plastic, GMOs, chemtrails, all that stuff, we're moving towards creating our own reality in a dimensional shift. Is that what you're saying?
That is what we are saying.
So I think the scripture is, forgive the so-and-so.
For they know not what they do.
Or they shall inherit the earth.
The meek.
The other earth.
The meek.
Yes, that's the one.
Yes, but again, the idea is that you are creating your own reality by shifting yourself to an earth that already exists. That has the energy you prefer.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
Absolutely, brother. Hallelujah.
All right, good day. Shivai.
Hello, Bashar.
And to you, good day.
Good, so good to be with you again after what seemed so many nows. It's been a long time.
So many nows. What an interesting concept.
Yes.
Since there is actually only one now. All the different nows, all the apparently different nows are the same now from a different point of view.
Thank you.
So you've had many points of view of the now.
My question is, who were and are Jesus, Mohammed, Krishna, Buddha, and why does it seem that they've been carjacked?
I do not believe any of them drove an automobile.
I mean by religion, what we perceive as religion.
Yes. They are reflective representations of the collective consciousness. In a sense, you could say they are the world spirit, the world soul. Does that make sense, first of all? They are reflections of the world spirit. Your entire planet's oversouls all collected into one expression. Each of those are reflections of that idea. Each and every one of them fundamentally were telling you the same message we're telling you now. You are also Christ's, Buddha's, Krishna's, Muhammad's, Wavoka's. You are all the same as them. Every single one of them said that to all of you. But because of the compartmentalization that created disconnection and fear, the majority of your planet could not handle seeing that reflection because it only reminded them of how unlike that reflection they were. And when you are reminded of how unlike your true self you are, and you are compartmentalized in that way, then the reaction from fear that occurs is called resentment. And when you resent being told that you are not who you really know you are, then the fear grows and the resentment grows, and you wind up usually killing the one reminding you of who you are. And also you create the idea of intermediaries saying, well, I know that's a lot to handle, so I'll filter it for you for a small nominal charge. So you create more dissociation, more in-betweeners, and you remove and remove and remove and remove yourselves from the original idea that you are also the same as the messenger. Does that make sense?
Yes, completely. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Now, in this day and age on your planet, it is all about, again, remembering that none of those beings wanted you to follow them. What they were saying is, you are all like them, so be like them. When your Jesus said, I am the way, he did not mean follow him in a religious context. He meant, be the way I am, because you are that way. So, the idea also is for all of you to understand that this is what the so-called second coming actually is. is the awakening within each and every one of you of your own Christ consciousness, your own Buddha nature, your own Krishna spirit, your own holy Vavoka. All of that is all who you are, and you've created reflections down through the ages to guide you, to remind you. But because of the disconnection in your consciousness, it didn't always take. But a few people here and there would get it. Until such time as now you have arrived at a place where you finally are beginning to understand what was said by all those reflections over the course of your so-called history. All right?
Thank you so much. I'm passing the mic, but if you could tell us what the purpose of the pyramids are as I pass it.
Well, it depends on what pyramids you are talking about. Now, if you are talking about the idea of your great pyramid in Egypt, and you are talking about the idea of many of the pyramids in different places on your planet that were all built about the same time, many, many thousands of years ago, they are for the purpose primarily, they have many functions, but they are for the purpose primarily of allowing you to remember many of the things we are talking about here. They are, in a sense, remembering places. They are collection places. They are focal points for consciousness. They are embodiments of knowledge and information so it will not be forgotten over and over and over and over again. That is their primary initiation purpose, is to recall what you have forgotten, what you may feel you have lost, to be standing there as a reminder for all time. You follow? Thank you.
Bashar.
Good day.
Good day, Bashar. Since all of the opportunity and the love and the next steps for us are in the now,
yes,
what is our primary resistance to the now? And what is there anything other than ourselves and our own belief systems that is interfering with our decision to participate in the now fully?
there is nothing but your own belief systems that are creating that hesitation. Nothing. Okay. Zero. Except the belief that there is something.
So but doesn't there seem to be, I know it's shifting, but
yes,
this en masse past orientation that is shifting into the now orientation. No one else has a hold on us, like, say, for instance, the MCEO freedom teachings have this whole.
Would you like there to be someone who has control over you?
I certainly would not.
Why are you then exploring this idea?
I'm not exploring it. It's just someone has come onto my path with new information. I'm curious what you think of that information.
We understand that there are many individuals who exist on your planet who are acting in negative ways out of integrity. We understand that.
Right.
But it doesn't matter what anyone else does. As long as you maintain the proper vibration of your preference, then even if someone else's intention is to do you harm, it will not affect your reality. The world can fall apart all around you. If you are on a certain wavelength, you will not be touched. In fact, you will never encounter them.
Agreed.
Do you understand?
Agreed, yes.
So if you do encounter them, then look upon it as an opportunity to recognize how you may assist them in offering them an alternative through your behavior of another way to be, but don't insist that they take it, otherwise you're just like them.
Right.
So the idea is that offer them the opportunity to go your way, while at the same time politely decline their offering to go their way.
I shall do that. Thank you.
Thank you.